Right. This is not going to go well. Good evening. Welcome to Woodturning in the stable studio. Kind of idiot. This is not going to go well, guys. I have to say, I've got Mark the gentleman Woodturner with me.
Hi, everyone.
We've had a bit of a rearrange of the workshop. For you eagle-eyed people, you might have noticed. The lathe is over here, so as we can kind of tag team the lathe. That's what we're going to try and do. So you need to stop laughing. So I've got some nice earworms to help us out a bit. Let me just bring them in, and I can introduce them.
Oh, back over here. Hold on.
Okay, get back over there. So for the first earworm, God help us, is Mark, the gentleman Woodturner.
Hi, everyone.
On the top row, next to him is Terry.
Hello, everybody.
From occasionally turning with Terry, who has been abusing me mercilessly for months about a lathe. My poor little lathe gets abused shockingly.
Quite rightly so too, Terry.
Particularly this lunchtime. Bottom left, we have Pete from the Twisted Trees. He is supposed to be my technical support and guidance for turning tonight. I don't know how that's going to go. I think he's been on the beer, guys. And we have Joe, who is kind of high off cocoa.
She's off her being on drugs, yeah.
So we tried to get to the dentist today. She's got a sore tooth, guys. It really tortured her. She got stuck in a traffic jam, missed her appointment, so I had to drive home again. Disaster. So she's high as a kite on cocodamol.
Still got her tooth,
and she's still got the sore tooth, but she can't feel it now, which is a good thing. Yeah. So anyway, let me see. Let me put you guys back in the background for a second. I'm out of breath already. I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
So what we intend to do is we've got. I just go stand here, look pretty today. Mark's going to start turning this piece of wood. What is it, Mark?
A digbow.
It's a digbow. Never heard of it. But I've got two nice blanks in a box, and this is what it is. So Mark is going to attempt to do some off-center turning, which he doesn't do.
It's not his favourite.
It's not his favourite thing.
Good job we got two blanks.
We've got two blanks, yeah. We've got one and a spare, so.
Shall I tell you how much off-centre turning I've done?
One
piece. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. and secretly, boys, he cocked it up.
It's shocking. I won't even let you see it.
So, over to you, Mark. Let's go.
You can change camera.
Let's get this turning.
I thought off-centre turning was standing to the left of or the right of the lathe.
What, is that camera backwards?
It's fine.
That'll do okay.
That'll do.
Right, so while Mark starts that off-centre turning, I'll let the boys know who's in the chat. And first of all, on my page anyway, I've got Richard Phelan. Hello, Richard. Gerard the French Turner. Jennifer, good evening. Jennifer's Craft and Creations. And further down the chat, well, we got Brian's put his name in there to get in there, I suppose. Mark the Gentleman Woodturner, Pete Twisted Trees. Gerard's been saying a lot, so I'll have to move from that one a bit more. Dave Otis in. Hello, Dave. Peter Corcoran. Further down, we've got them chatting to each other. Barry Chitty's in. Terry Bartlett's in. Good evening, Terry. Steve Ash, Lerner Turner. Further down, Don McKee.
Just played the teacher.
Don. Nigel Foster. And further down again, James Crawford. Joe Senior's also in, and as you know, she's now one of the eerest of worms. Andy Hlenelli. I got that right this time.
And singer extraordinaire. You forgot to mention that.
Oh, it's singer extraordinaire. The opera singer of Yorkshire Grit. Alex of Wild Things is in. Good evening, Alex. Andy H. returning is in. Andy. David Heath. And further down we go. Adam. ADAGA. Evening, Adam. Michelle Oosby's in. Look out now. Neil M is in. Door 60's in. Evening Door. Roger Mills. Andrew from Ivy Woodshed. Woodworm Paul. I won't forget you, Paul, like the others did the other day. and Webfoot Resin Creations as Andy. Don't remember now. William Rose, Mark, the Garden Workshop. And that appears at this moment in time to be owing 5602's in. That appears at this moment in time on my chat.
There's a little comment in there from Woodwork Learner. He says, question, if Brian is not turning, should I behave?
No.
The answer is no.
No.
No, because he's going to be turning in a minute.
Yeah,
Because I'm not doing this on my own.
When Mark
This
ruins
is
that
Brian's
piece, I
show,
got to
not
spare.
Well, just stop whining. Make sure the list stop before you move that tool rest the next time.
You spotted that, did you?
Was that good, wasn't
Just
it?
pretend it's flat, Mark, and you cut in
Advice from Terry, pretend it's flat, Mark.
and just you cut in air. That's all. You're just chilling.
So
Excellent.
did you mention?
So many. How many have we got in?
56.
Sorry, I can't. How many?
56.
56. I can't see it
Wow.
from my screen. Sorry.
56.
56. Thank you ever so much, all of you.
Let me just welcome everybody personally to the live tonight. Thanks very much for coming in, guys. I really do appreciate everybody. Check your words, of course, because they're a pain.
Where's my do not cut line?
Your do not cut line has disappeared.
You just cut it off.
William wants to know if it's a tag team turn.
Just.
Yeah. He's just managed to retain it on that piece of off centre.
And Neil M says, Mark, don't dirty the lathe.
I know, I'm making a mess.
Shavings all over my floor. I hope you realise this, guys. There's shavings all over the floor. And he's
Jason
a lazy
Leverin
soul,
has
so he won't
joined
tidy
us.
it.
Hello, Jason. Lawrence Begija's
Hi,
in.
Jason.
Keith Jarvis.
Keith Jarvis, that's a new name.
Hello, Keith. Good evening. Welcome to the channel.
Is Keith not a new name, guys?
It's to me.
I believe so, yeah.
Yes, to me.
No, I
Good
can't
evening,
remember
Keith.
any
Lot bit of information, Keith. Where are you from? Country, that is. You don't have to tell me your address. I don't really want to know your address. Just your country would be nice. Why have you stopped?
Yeah. Perfect. Because
Why
I'm
is he
just
still-
checking.
Wait a minute. I have to confirm that I can't allow you to be. Yeah, that's perfect.
That-
Absolutely
perfect.
perfect. Spot
Paul
on.
Finley's just joined us. Hello, Paul.
Evening, Paul.
Trevor
Good evening,
P.
buddy. How you
Trevor
doing?
P's joined.
Kitty's asking what wood it is, and I can't remember what
It
he
did
said
both.
now.
Digbo.
He did, but I've
IDIG.
never even heard of it.
Dig.
Neil.
DIGBO.
One at a time, guys. There'll be three people trying to say that all at once. It sounded like. Question, Brian. Do you realise that Mark will make your Immaculate Clean Workshop very untidy? Yeah, but it's locked in until he hoovers it up, so it's okay. I don't mind.
To be fair, Paul, he did that as soon as he walked into it. So.
Keith Jarvis is a new turner, new to here, and he's
Oh.
a newbie turner from Southampton. Welcome. Keith.
From Southampton. Your neck of the woods, Terry.
Oh, not
Oh, no, that's
Plymouth.
Portsmouth. That's Portsmouth.
No, Plymouth. Try Plymouth, Brian. You have another
Oh,
drink.
Plymouth, yeah, that's one of them ports anyway. Who cares?
Southern Coast.
It's near the coast. Can you smell salt
Turning by
air?
Barry then.
Evening, Barry.
Wood Wizardry by Collins also joined us. And Circular Wood by Keith.
Evening,
Mark
Keith.
Ballantyne. Mark Ballantyne as well.
Mark Ballantyne.
Yeah.
Very good.
Question from Gerard. Who is
Mark's
playing
doing
the
really
teacher
good job.
and who is the
Mark's doing a
student?
really good job turning this, guys.
Who's the teacher and who's the student?
I'm a teacher today. This is really going to go badly
Good
now,
help you,
isn't it?
Mark.
They're telling me
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
what I've got to do.
Let me see, how's that going? Oh, that's going really well.
Well, I think maybe I'm going to go offset now.
Oh, he's going to go off centre now, guys. This could be trouble.
No, just a
Um,
bit. Just a bit more of a cut
maybe.
along here.
Jason Leveron's asking, Brian, how do
Yes,
you like
yes.
the electric mower?
Oh, the little electric mower. It's a fabulous little bit of kit. If you haven't got too big a piece of grass, it's just absolutely fabulous. The one I've got
Is it in?
takes two batteries. It's 36 volt.
And somebody's obviously seen the video I posted. Kim liked the lawnmower so much she bought one.
Mm.
It's a
Well,
cracking
Kim is in
mower,
the
guys.
chat. She's just joined the chat. She says, good evening to everybody. Evening, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Larry
Hi,
Nixon
Kim.
is in. Larry Nixon from Florida. Hello, Larry. I've heard from you before.
Good evening.
Right, so
Who was that, Terry?
Larry Nixon from Florida.
Larry Nixon, no, I haven't
Fort
heard of Larry
Myers.
either.
Fort Myers.
Good
Excellent,
evening,
well
Kim.
done, Larry. Thanks for coming in, mate. Jason Lebron says Mark's always been a little off centre. Well, that's true.
Oh, that's
Well,
true, yeah. Right, stand back. This could go anywhere.
There we go.
Stand back, this could go anywhere, he says.
Now, William Kenny says, what's it going to be?
We don't know yet.
Surprise.
We're kind of just making it up as we go along here.
It could be an airplane.
Christ.
Could be an airplane.
Yep.
Could be a
It could be
UFO.
it could be a Mike Walt special.
Whose
Bob.
idea was this?
Glenn
Is the Wood off centre or is it Mark?
is in.
Yeah, a bit of both, I think, dear.
Whose idea is this?
You.
What's it
Yeah,
there?
Sadie Wood. Yeah, Sadie Woodwork says hi.
If it's an idea, it's mine. If it's a blame, it's Mark's.
Oh, well, there you go.
Mark's to
Oh,
blame
yeah.
for everything. I hope you
Oh,
realise
yes.
that, guys.
It's Mark's fault, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always Mark's.
Seriously? This is mad.
Just take your time.
Gav
People wonder
did
why I-
mention that he
Right,
was
so-
watching to learn.
So let's just pause for a moment. Let's just pause for a moment. Just. And let's have a wee look at this, because I think this is turning. Let's go turn it into something quite special. I think.
Yeah.
But not tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
But
that,
not tonight.
yeah. I
And
think, I
the
think
reason that's not going to turn into something special tonight is because I'm going to turn it off centre bowl, guys. And I'm going to
Off
turn
centre
it right there.
bowl.
Yeah, right there. There it's here. Like, there it's there.
You got two layers going.
See that?
Yeah, we can see
That's
that.
a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of off centre bowl. So I'll just bring up my tails with my. Let's just show you this first.
New lathe.
He's got it, look. He's a toad. I told you he'd bend. I told you he'd break, Mark. I told you he would break. I told you he would break.
Just
Like I said, lunchtime, people. If you've got the 508, there's nothing else you need.
So this is the Axminster 508, guys. We received it on Friday, and we secretly built it in the shed.
I knew he would succumb.
Brian and I have known about this for months between the two of us.
So
It's been on
that's
order for
12
ages, forever.
$12.99, Brian?
$12.99, yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
100%
$12.99.
$12.99, yep. You take that
Did
back
you-
of it.
Did you get the extension bed free with that, Brian?
Yeah,
Like I did.
strangely enough, yeah.
Mark did.
Where's that camera? Is it still on?
It is.
So the extension bed is on this end, guys. It's over here. So the tailstock gets away at the road. It's massively big. Terry was telling the story about the headstock. My son picked it up and carried it and put it on the the
I
bed
couldn't
himself.
lift it. I couldn't lift it.
He said, "Give me a hand, Dad." So I lifted this bit here, just lifted this bit, lifted it here, and guided it on. That's all I did. He carried it, big strong boy. So
Mark
let's have a
carried the
look at
cable,
what.
did he?
So Mark's kind of redundant now, guys. We're doing that for
Yeah.
a bit of a setup. All right. So he'll not be turning. So I'll just show you this piece of wood.
Jigsaw's done look really nice.
Let's go to tailstock. Well, you can finish it tomorrow. You'll be all right. So I've got this piece of wood mounted. It's got 4 chucking points on the back. It is 8 inches across. Somewhere. I think it's 8 inches across. Let me just check that. Yeah, it's about 8.5-ish. And it's about nearly 3 inches deep. So the plan is you stop kicking shaves all over my floor. What is he like? So what I'm intending to do, this is the inside. For obvious reasons, because there are 4 chucking points on the outside, if you like.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn the inside first, which is unusual for a bowl, and then I'm going to shape the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to make is 3 small dishes in the inside of this, so it'll become like a I know, a savoury dish for putting like crisp peanuts and whatever. But it's just to practice the off-centre turning. That's why I'm doing it.
Dipping dish.
A dipping? No. Well, no. That's like a chip and dip bowl.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that. No. No, Terry, no.
Just to advise, Buster West has joined us tonight and says, "Glad
Buster.
I read it's off centre. I thought he thought his eyes were going." And Urbacken has joined us, and I did see another one, and I'm just trying to find out who.
Donald B. Woodturning.
Donald has joined us as well, and Doug Miller's joined us.
Drop the tool rest a little bit.
Good evening to you all.
That's it.
Tool rest quite low. I'm going to turn this with. I'm going to do this kind of gently, guys. So I'm going to use my little 10mm 3/8 bowl gouge just to try and take these centre pieces out. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. I've only done this once before, so we'll see.
You could always start it with a parting tool if you're a bit worried.
No, I'll go with the chisel and see how it goes. I'll go with the gouge. So the lathe is turned to 0, and this is the first time I've turned on this guy. So we'll see how this works.
Dave Oaty would like to ask Mark how he got it in the suitcase, the lathe.
Yes,
with great difficulty.
It's actually Mark's lathe. He couldn't be parted from it. He had to bring it with him.
Had to bring it with me, yeah.
In his hand luggage.
It was in his hand luggage, yeah. He really is a big, strong boy, you know.
Latilia DeLeo is in. Hello, no.
So I'm just, that's Lionel. Hi, Lionel. So I'm just turning the speed up a little bit. That's 270.
Turn up to the wobbles.
300. We've got tailstock support, so it should be secure enough.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've only got it in the record power 2.5-inch chuck.
Oh, see.
So there's 400 revs, guys. We'll try and take a little cut with that and see how that happens.
Michael,
Like a
handle nice
McEwen
and low.
joint.
Make sure we get in straight. Take off the pencil line. And we'll just turn this in. Is that the best camera?
Yeah, camera's okay, unless you got one. Oh, that's better.
That better?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
That's better. Yeah.
So we're messing about with the cameras to try and hide the lathe in the beginning, guys.
Mark at the garden workshop says you're going to buy the Regent from Brian at $12.99.
Christine and Michael Heseltine has joined us.
What Pete said?
Hi, Christine.
What did Pete say there?
Who's going to buy they're asking who's going to buy the lathe off you for $12.99. Your old lathe.
Well, the old lathe is for sale.
Ready for the scrap heap, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's a good lathe. Absolutely nothing wrong with it.
No.
It's just that I wanted to upgrade to this to be a lifetime lathe. So
It's had
the truth is he couldn't take the stick anymore that Terry and I were giving him. Terry, what are you going to do now?
Oh, it's all right. We'll just upgrade to something bigger.
Just take the mickey out of him for his chucks.
Yeah. Didn't you get a chuck with it, Brian?
I knew you were going to say that.
I thought you would have bought that one.
Can't afford it,
I
Terry.
could have loaned you one.
Lathe.
You know.
Copperell Woodturning's in. Good evening.
Good evening, Rob. Mark could have brought one over. Oh, it'd probably been too heavy for his luggage.
Yeah, it's been too heavy, yeah.
What is this? Is this thing too heavy?
No, the SK114 wouldn't have fitted in his plate in the luggage, wouldn't it?
In my suitcase, yeah.
He'd have had to throw 4 or 5 pairs of underpants out.
I think Kim was happy to put a pair of shoes in her suitcase for me. I think she'd have drawn the line at an SK114.
Chuck and 6 sets of drawers. Jaws.
It comes in a nice little, it comes in a lovely little presentation box. It wouldn't have been a big deal, like. Oops.
Robert Lerner saying he would have put a bid in for your old lathe, but the postman would have killed him.
Yeah.
How's that? Hey, look, you've even got a camera operator now.
I know, this is brilliant. All I need now is a
you
director.
just turn and I'll do you. Yeah.
You'll do the thing. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's even going to sit. He's even going to sit down the job now.
You could
Give
be
me
Hoover up
fun.
at the time.
He could be hoovering, catching it for it's.
Don't
It's a
hoover.
lazy-
Everybody knows I don't hoover.
Do
You
it before
hoovered
he
up
touches the
your
ground.
workshop, Terry?
No,
No, shut up then.
I did sweep it
I
so I could
cleaned
get
up
in
my
here.
workshop.
I swept it so I could get in.
So I actually want these to be quite deep. But
Jason
I've got to remember
Lefron's
that
asked-
I've got a mortise on the bottom of the thing, of course. So.
Jason Levron's asked, does it have reverse? Of course it does.
Of course it does.
Oh, better than that, Jason. Watch this. Flick a
Just
switch
click the switch. Click.
and goes
Look
backwards.
at
Look at
that.
that. Don't even have to switch it off. Just flick
Click
the
it back
switch.
again.
There you go.
go.
See that? Absolutely amazing.
Steve Fleming has just joined us. Good evening, Steve.
Evening, Steve. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Who's
Joe is
calling
backstage.
me? Who's calling me riffraff? I'll do it. I'll do it.
Somebody calling you riffraff?
Yeah, someone said, looks like you've got riffraff hanging up backstage.
Ah, that's Rob from Copper Woodturning. He's probably right, of course.
It's your mouse. Why isn't your mouse working?
So I'm actually having to be a little unorthodox when I'm cutting here because I'm actually using, when I start off here, I'm actually using the left wing like a shear cut. And that's as far as I can get currently. So I can't get that any better than that. Until I remove the head, the tailstock. So, stop the lathe.
Stop, stop.
Just like that.
Woodwork Learner says, does rust stick to the new lathe like the old one? Yeah, it
No.
does.
No, it's got
No,
machine
don't.
wax. It's got a lovely coating of machine wax on it, so it's not going to stick.
It does, like you saw with mine the other week.
Yeah, it does. It does if you leave it and abuse it.
So I don't want to
Neglect
make this any bigger here. That's that. I'm at my no cut line there. So I'm just going to try and make this a little bit deeper.
Steve Fleming, no. No's the answer to that question. No, I'm not. It's not my workshop.
So
No shavings there. They stay there unless he picks them up.
yeah, no, that's not happening. And well, he knows it too. So I'll just take this centerpiece down now, and I'm going to keep the pressure all towards the headstock, and take light cuts and not end up hopefully flying this off the chuck for Mark to catch.
He's in the right position.
I thought Brian's OCD about cleaning up and hoovering and tidying and everything was
A ruse.
a ruse. Until I was stood there turning the practice piece yesterday, and the bugger was actually hoovering as I was turning.
Hoovering around.
The hoover suction literally came in past my hip onto the bedways. I was like, I'm not even finished yet. Oh, you're making a mess.
He's very, very messy turner, guys. I have to say, just shavings everywhere. Shocking.
We're gonna have to make a cover for you. Go over the tool like you put over a neck of a dog when it's inoperate, so it can't scratch itself. Put a hoover on the end of it, so you turn and it all sucks it in.
A turning cone.
A turning cone.
Yeah,
That's a good
turning
idea.
cone.
Yeah, Terry, that's not a bad idea.
Nigel Foster says, Brian, tell Mark if he does not clean up, you'll make him ride a horse. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen either. I met the horses yesterday. That was enough.
He was up close and personal. There are pictures. He was up close. Well, maybe not personal, but he was up close. Close enough for the horse to eat him, but it didn't.
Natalia, what speed, Brian, actually
Speed
used?
of my turning. We're turning at
400.
395, 96. That's not very accurate. It keeps flipping back and forward.
It's off centre.
Take this
So it's
bit in
more
the middle.
correct.
That's not so easy.
William is right. He says a messy workshop is a productive workshop.
No, it's not.
That's
No,
correct, right.
no, it's not. It's, a messy workshop is a sign of a messy mind.
Careful.
I'm
Yeah.
being careful.
Change that word from messy.
Well, I'm planning when Brian comes over here to just give him a vacuum cleaner and send him down to my workshop and tell him to get it
That's-
organised.
You
I'm-
enjoy
I'm
your
a
week's
lady.
holiday.
Pete, that's exactly what I'm going to do when he comes to my place. I told
Yeah.
him to allow 3 days.
Yeah.
I shall tell him to take 3 Valium when he comes here because he won't be able to cope with it. That's a good cut there, Brian. That's looking nice.
Yeah, it's getting a bit big though, Terry. I'll have to kind of
Mhm.
take half of it now. I'm just trying to go in kind of straight there to widen it out a little bit. So it has kind of steep sides and then comes across the bottom.
Side camera, Mark. Can we have a look at that one?
Which is close up.
Close up.
Thank you.
Not better.
Yeah, that's good.
Got enough light there, guys? Can you see okay? You need a bit more light?
As long as you can
Yeah,
see,
that's
all right. As long as you're all right, don't worry about us.
Let me try that. How's that? Is that any better? Or is that washing
That's
out?
good. That's fine.
No, they've washed it out actually.
It's washed out, has it?
Yeah, I prefer it with. Yeah, I prefer it without.
There you go.
That's all right.
Anything to please my earworms.
The question is, can you see, Brian? Because that's kind of important.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, just a minor thing. just.
Stephen Meller is saying good evening.
I was going to say my followers there, but
Good
I thought
evening,
it was a bit
Stephen.
pretentious. I was going to say followers, but I kind of thought it was a bit pretentious, so I didn't. Give that a little spin.
Jason Leveron
Press
said,
one.
Brian, I enjoy a clean workshop as well. And when I find it, I will enjoy it. Laugh out loud.
Well, come and pay me a visit, Jason.
See, that doesn't work for me because the moment I walk into a workshop, it looks untidy.
Yeah,
That's
some
because
people
you've got
have that
loads of
ability
clean
just to
stuff.
make a place look untidy, don't they?
Yeah, it's like
Well,
walking into a. You don't want to walk into an operating theatre, you know. You're afraid to move.
I come
Yeah, I
all the
never
way
walked
over
into one of
here.
those.
I come all the way over here just to let him meet me, and he abuses me.
Yeah. Makes you play with a
Just
ladle.
to
And the
let
worst,
you
do you know what the
Yeah.
do you know what the worst thing is? I've been here 2.5 days. He hasn't even asked me for my autograph yet.
Good question from Dave
We need to
OT.
pick you up from the airport.
Good question
That's
from
true.
Dave OT, which I should have picked up. Do you think you ought to check the Chuck connection now as it's off center? Man, pressure might have moved being a record.
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
It's a good dry piece of wood, guys. It's not like it's
Okay.
a wet piece. It's a well prepared blank.
We're pretty sure it's sycamore as well.
It is. I think it's sycamore. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's sycamore. My mother thinks it's sycamore.
Could be anything then. Don't go too deep.
Did he bring a marking depth gauge over with him?
No.
Oh no. Just that.
He's got a depth gauge right here.
I've got a cheap and nasty depth gauge. Mark was supposed to make me a nice fancy one, but never happened. Because he's a lazy so-and-so. Apparently.
Yeah, see, Mark.
Apparently, I don't know. Like I wouldn't know because I've not been in his workshop yet. But I will find out.
If you don't want to.
Time. I tell you what, it's getting real messy in here. It's about time we had some. I think I should employ cleaners. I really do.
Yeah,
Cleaner.
couple of cleaners would be really good at this point.
Oh, they're
Get
outside
this
the
place
door
tidy
now.
up a wee bit.
They're watching in the other room. So. Oh, look, guy. Cleaners wanted.
We'll go try it. Go check the depthness now because Mark's hovering with the depth gauge saying, "Are you go try this?"
Yeah.
I think he's getting a little bit worried. I'll let Mark do the depth gauge thing.
Oh, you got to put a straight edge across it though.
That's all right.
I think it's about deep enough anyway, Mark, to be honest. How deep is it?
Doesn't get any tendons on it.
How deep? Well, there's a measurement on it. How deep is it?
36.
36 mil.
Round.
Turn it over. It's got inches on the other side.
So,
Can
inch
you
and a
shake
half.
the size of it? Or sides of it?
Now, let me guess then. The next thing I need to do then is I need to sand that off. So I'll just sand that now.
Could be 3 Yorkshire grits tonight, or 4.
Oh, look, the cleaners are in.
Oh, for
That's
crying
the cleaners
out
are in. Didn't I
loud.
see? That's easy. Look.
Oh,
I
look.
said that, didn't I?
Cleaners are
I
right.
said that. See, one mention. Cleaners needed. Out they come. Look.
The cleaners and in they come.
Yeah, see.
It's a bit like saying Yorkshire grit and Glenapierce.
Don't we get the polish of brass?
I'll tell you what, Terry. You're lucky they can't hear what you were saying.
Well, thanks very much, girls. I really appreciate that. You see what we're telling?
Tell them they get a pay rise when they finished.
Did you hear that, guys?
Bowl.
Could you lip read there?
Yeah.
Not another bloody bowl. That's what
Yeah.
they said. Thanks very much, girls. I appreciate your work. Thanks. You can bugger off now, to be honest. Go make
Tell them,
no,
Mark,
I'm not bending over.
tell them the next time that they get called, don't be so long getting there.
Oh no, I'm not going to tell him that.
Perry says you need a speedy response to the request. Thank you, girls. We'll see you later. Don't drink too much. Oh, I locked the door.
Gerard wants to know if the cleaners are expensive.
Pair of half-wits. Yeah, extremely.
Extremely.
You wouldn't want to be paying them, that's for sure.
You wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't want to know what it costs us to have them here.
Yeah. So we'll quickly give us a bit of a sand. My glamorous assistant's letting me down here. He should have had this prepared, of course.
No, he's on holiday.
So it's pretty good cutting there, so it shouldn't take very much sanding, guys. We'll just do a quick whiz round the old power sander.
Where's the extractor?
The extractor is right here.
Yeah, where's the switch to turn it on?
The switch to turn it on is right there.
You
Oh,
still
it's the
there,
only
Joe?
one without a label on
That's
it.
the one without a label, yeah. Just to confuse you, Mark. There
So
we go.
for a man who's obsessed with labels, the most important switch in the workshop hasn't got a label on it.
It used to have, but I moved it. Now, if you're feeling energetic, you could get the label maker out and make a label.
Where's the?
It's on the top shelf in the cupboard. It says label maker. It doesn't really. It doesn't really.
Oh my God, it does as well.
Gerard wants to know if you could somehow get the hose of the Hoover over the gouge so that when you turn it, just sucks it straight in.
Yeah. Well,
Good idea.
I have been contemplating that idea. How you could attach the Hoover to your chisel, but that doesn't really work.
It's not going to happen.
Buster West
Buster
got the
suggested that when he asked his wife about cleaning his workshop, he got a vaguely negative response.
A vaguely negative response, yeah. I'll bet you it was, vaguely negative, my eye.
What he actually says is you can't repeat what she said on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. The response is irrepeatable.
You still with us, Joe? I haven't heard you for a while.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's still there.
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, just
Yeah.
checking.
Don't
Didn't think you
tell
dropped.
me
Didn't know if you
the
dropped out.
cocodamol's wearing off.
Or dropped out or dropped asleep. One of the two. Didn't want you to go either.
No, no. Oh, look who it is. The Yorkshire Git is in.
Ah, hello, the Yorkshire Git.
Hello, Glenn.
Hola!
Hola from your holidays in Spain.
So because I'm going to use this as a food thing, I'm going to use a food safe oil on it. Rather than do the whole Yorkshire Grit and certainly on the inside here. Maybe
Mark
the outside
Valentine.
will get some Yorkshire Grit.
Mark
Look, Glenn,
Valentine
I'm
is
moving
saying
the hat.
that is impressive, Brian. If he
Yeah,
tried
so-
to do that on his lathe, off centre turn like that, it would do a back flip and then a triple somersault
Yeah.
and a forward roll.
Well, Brian's old lathe might have done the same, but the new one.
Yeah. Brian's new lathe, Clint. Did you hear that, Clint? New lathe.
Glenn, look what Brian got. Look, new lathe.
Has Glenn not seen it? Oh, show Glenn.
No,
Put it up
Glenn's
there.
not seen it. It's
There you
just
go,
like
Glenn.
Mark's and mine. Glenn. It's unfortunate.
No,
That's
move
it.
cam. Move cam.
Oh, move cam. Move cam. There you go.
There you go.
There you go, Glenn.
Ta-da!
The
Like
Axminster
my-
508.
The Axminster 508. Eventually got it from Axminster, but I had to buy it through the south, through Ireland. Couldn't get it direct from England. Wouldn't ship it
Axminster
to me.
wouldn't sell it.
Did he get it cheaper?
Yes.
No,
Well, just a bit.
well, roughly about the same price.
Oh, that's all right. Lynn says you sacked, you get.
Why?
Don't know why.
I think
Because you're oiling it.
I
I'm
know
all
nothing.
psyched.
Glenn,
You can stop, Colin. You're psyched already.
I'm wearing the hat.
and his response to the live is,
You got at
"Oh."
least I lasted till we got started. You got psyched before we started.
That's true.
Yeah. That hat definitely looked better earlier.
40. That was because my beautiful girlfriend was wearing it.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yep.
That'll do.
Jared wants to know,
Oh.
was it at the carpentry store you bought it from, Brian?
That's exactly right, Jared. Noel at the carpentry store. Nice fella.
Benjamin's
Got it
in. Good evening, Ben.
Benjamin's in.
I got
How
it shipped
about-
to Northern Ireland from the carpentry store for 30 quid. That's all he charged me. £30
Not
carriage.
That's not
Axminster wanted 500 plus, and then they said they wouldn't do it anyway.
bad.
Oh yeah.
Bad. Bad, bad, bad.
Bad is right.
Yeah. Well,
Are you
that's down to
aiming all
Boris, really,
these
isn't it?
dimples
Down to
in
Boris
the
is
wood
right.
to be the same depth and size?
Yeah, well,
and
well, I'm going to try and make that. I've already got. If you look on here, there's a no cut line,
Take the chuck key out.
so that gives them the same size. Thanks, Terry.
Sorry.
Glenn
That's a
says
bad
he's
habit, guys. Go ahead, Joe.
On his second. Glenn says he's on his second bottle of Rioja.
Nice.
Well
Mm,
done, Glynis.
Well done.
Second
Bad child.
ball. Lucky
Bad
tool
child. He's a bad child. Right,
William
shit,
Kenny
right.
would like to know what turned you off the record power lathe.
Nothing.
I think
Absolutely nothing.
Mark and I did.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but me and Terry's fault.
Terry and Mark is right because they both have this, the 508, and they've been extolling his virtues for.
Months.
Yeah,
Months,
yeah,
and months,
done
and
that.
months.
Yeah. Press the green button to start.
As Gav says, peer pressure.
Peer pressure. And the fact I wanted to get something substantial that would last me for the rest of my life.
I've
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the record power lathe, guys. Absolutely
I know,
nothing.
absolutely nothing.
and
That's too late.
yes,
I think.
there is a difference in build quality between the two, but it's a perfectly good lathe.
Nothing wrong with it.
Perfectly good lathe. Nothing wrong with it. If you're a serious hobby turner, the Regent is a fantastic piece of kit. Really is. There are differences. Differences in quality. Things like the tailstock just feels a bit more substantial.
The tailstock is substantially heavier.
The fittings, the
Precision.
handle for turning. It's just, well, even not even so much precision, just weight and chunkiness and heavy dutiness against the other. This is a full scale professional trade lathe. That one is a full scale hobbyist, full scale hobbyist lathe.
So yeah, this is just more like for professional turners who'd be using it maybe 6-8 hours a day maybe. And the other one, yeah, it might be for somebody who's a serious hobby turner. And
Poor
turns a
Philly
lot as
said,
well.
Brian, what have you gained with the new lathe? I think I can answer that. Probably about 60 to 80 RPM on this piece of wood.
Yep.
Without it
Absolutely.
moving.
It's currently running this piece of wood at 418 revs. If I had it on the other one, we'd be down about 250 or something. If we were lucky.
And you could run that one for 10 hours a day without any movement.
And it's longer
You
and
do.
it's wider. The bed bars are more they're more substantially made. Everything is just more substantial, guys.
The Axminster is 13 inches longer.
The tool post on the tool rest is 30mm instead of 25mm. The banjo itself is a huge lot heavier.
Got 2 inches extra swing across the bedways. 20 inch instead of 18.
So I'm looking to do some bigger turning as well.
And also the tailstock ram comes out a lot longer
Further,
than the other.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
if
see,
you-
you see how far that's out now. That's out nearly almost a full 2 inches, and it's not having any effect at all. If on the record power one, you don't really want it out any more than sort of inch and 3/4.
Starts to flex, doesn't it?
It starts to flex a little bit, yeah.
The Axminster's got a full horsepower, more power.
Yep.
It weighs about, I think, 50 or 60 kilos more.
280 kilograms, isn't it?
Certainly weighs
Yeah.
more. That's not. So I kind of just have to.
Michelle's asking how you're going to pay for it.
Well,
He
the
said
thing
he
is,
bought it
Michelle,
as a Christmas present.
Michelle actually paid half of it. Michelle paid half of it.
She's asking
So-
how you can pay her for the cleaning.
Have another 10 attendants that I bought you there, dear. You'll be fine. So as with the first one of these holes, that's as far as I can get with this chisel. So I know that I'm kind of getting close to the depth I want. So now I'll have to remove the tailstock again. Switch the lathe off. I'll just move that tool rest in a little bit. Yeah.
Dave Odie's saying that Michelle could now use your old lathe.
She could, but she told me I had to sell it.
Okay.
Because she wants her money back. She didn't really buy it for him, she just lent me the money. Which was pretty good of her, I think. How did I
Very
get
good.
to 500?
Benjamin said, I wonder if Brian will actually look after this lathe and not let it get all rusty like the last one.
Glenn says, should have got a VB36. There is space at the back of the workshop here, over there, for a VB36 soon.
There may be turning ahead.
Gav Sadie Woodworks is asking question: is there going to be a giveaway for the old lathe?
A
No,
giveaway, not for
Yes.
the new lathe, but
When
there
he
will
gets
be a
1
giveaway
million
when I get to
subscribers.
1,000. No,
1 million subscribers.
a giveaway of a lathe. Yeah, if I get 1 million subscribers, I'll give away a lathe. There will be a giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers. Oh, and by the way, anybody who's not subscribed to Terry's channel, nip over there now. Mark will put a link in.
Oh, do I have
Subscribe to Terry because he's only 4 away from 400.
Careful, Brian.
Yep.
Don't you get a catch?
Trying not to, Terry.
Because the lathe won't move, but the piece will.
No, I know what it is. I didn't lock the toe rest down enough.
Mhm.
So as with every kind of new lathe, guys, you kind of feel your way a little bit to begin with.
there's the link for Terry's channel. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and give the man a sub. He's very, very, very funny.
He's a very funny guy,
Hobbits
Very
can
chatty,
be woodturners too.
and he's
you know.
actually a very, very good turner. You can learn a lot just by watching Terry.
Because I don't say
Particularly-
much. I'm a very quiet, reserved person, really.
Yeah, normally,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
This piece here that you can see that I'm holding, Terry sent this to Brian. And now I don't know if we're right, Terry, but we were looking at this. We don't think you've sanded this.
I haven't.
This is straight off the tool.
Straight off the
And I've
skew
got to
chisel.
tell you folks, the finish straight off the skew on this piece here is amazing.
It is.
You can't
Terry
really see
said
it,
that.
actually, and you have to hold it up against something white.
Yeah, I know, but well, we don't want to get too close because we don't want to see
No.
how bad it is really. But
No, straight off the skew.
what we're saying, the finish off the skew that Terry's
Don't
done
get
with
it too
this,
close to my work and show the difference, for goodness sake.
yeah, is amazing.
Brian watched me
Now-
turn it in an hangout. He said, I
I
bet you
did.
couldn't turn a finial with an inch, 7-inch finial. I said, oh, I'll watch this then.
But he
Turn.
did ask you to turn it with a 25 mil tenon, and you
Yeah.
didn't. You did a 26 mil tenon, so it won't fit the mortise.
Yeah, well, I couldn't be positive that Brian actually got the hole
The
right.
design specification said 25. You should have made it 25. Don't
You always gotta
don't be
make it
making
a-
excuses.
A half a millimeter
No, you don't. No, you
radius
don't.
more. Yes, you do.
No, you
If
don't.
other people, yeah.
Stettler
Force
and
fit.
Waldorf are off again.
Force fit.
Don't start. You definitely do
Jason
not
said, I'm subscribed
make
to
it to
Terry.
the Make the
I
respect.
occasionally watch him when he's not on holiday.
Yeah. You'll have to watch me again on Monday because Terry's on holiday. Would you believe that?
No.
Yes.
Don't come in next week, people, unless you want to see Brian. 'Cause unfortunately, I'm away.
You're not away, are you?
Yes, again.
Life's a bitch.
You've got a busy week then.
Yeah, very
You're
busy.
turning on Saturday.
Monday. I'm turning in the crafty on Saturday, yep. I'm turning for Terry on Monday. And then I'm turning again on Thursday.
Is it the crafty on Saturday?
It is indeed, yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that'll come round.
Thank you for subscribing, everybody who has, and those that already subscribed. I do appreciate it.
Paul Finley, what do you mean? Brian, have you checked the welding around the headstock?
What you say?
Do you mean on his record?
What was the question?
Paul Finley, Brian, have you checked the welding around the headstock? Which lathe, Paul?
On the
Thank you, Keith.
on
The record Brian's had the replacement part for, so he's done
Yeah, he
that.
sent the
Yeah.
new one. It's already done, isn't it? So
Oh,
it's
you
still got
mean
its
the,
5-year warranty.
yeah. Are you talking about the safety notice, Paul? If it's a safety notice, I've already received the spare part and replaced it.
Glenn says, did he mention he's in Spain?
No,
Only
No, not really.
73,486
No, hold on a
times.
minute. Glenn's in Spain? What?
Is he on
How did he
holiday?
get to Spain? I think Yorkshire Grit's too expensive then if Glenn's away in Spain. Jeez, I
yeah,
don't know.
they can afford to do that. Crumbs.
Hey, I'm not in Spain. I'm still here.
Oh no, it's not that expensive. Joe's been
you
left
left
home.
to hold the fort. So Joe's left to hold the fort. Glenn's off sworn away to Spain.
You
I
know
don't
the
know.
boss is Berlin now.
You do, yeah,
secret's
yeah.
out.
Mark Ballantyne says, Axminster, you recently put the prices up. You was thinking about upgrading to the 406. Axminster put the price up an extra £300 overnight.
Fine.
Unfortunately, everybody's had to do that.
Mm.
Sorby, Axminster, Yandles, everyone's putting the prices up.
That record power lift of mine is now £2,400 to buy new.
Good on.
Well,
Again, blame
And that's
Boris.
That's without the bed extension and without the outboard turning. I have both of those, and they're all for sale. At a bargain basement price of £2,000 for the lot.
Florida bearded woodturners just joined us.
Hi, Brian.
Brian,
Hi,
good
Hiya.
evening.
Brian.
Welcome along, mate.
How's the hip joint with it?
How's the legs?
Thanks.
Mark, can you just flip back to the move camera for Brian? New toys.
Here you are, Glenn.
New toys.
New toys for the boys.
Boys with their toys.
I'm back again.
Brian's leg is like new, he says.
Good,
Well done,
Brian.
buddy.
I'm pleased to hear that,
Sorry,
mate.
mate.
I'm pleased to hear that.
You've got 83 people watching you, Brian.
What?
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing, guys. Thank you very much.
Dominic
Particularly those,
Target 64 has just joined us. Good day to you, sir. Dominic.
Gerald's asking if you'll do a home
Hi,
delivery
Dominic.
and installation. And he asked, what about warranty? Record power warranty is transferable, so you'll have the remainder of the
So
warranty. I think it's 5 years.
my lathe is less than a year old, guys. So there's still 4 full years of warranty on that, which is 1 year more than is on this Axminster. The Axminsters only give you a 3-year warranty. I'll buy it for £2,000. Yeah, right, Steve. Yeah, okay, Steve. Measure.
All right, sorry, Jen.
Yeah, come on, measure.
My
Good
glamorous
job, Mark.
assistant's not being so glamorous or attentive tonight.
You know why he's doing this, Brian, don't you? If you go through the bottom, he gets the blame.
Bottom. That's
Spot
it.
on.
Do you want me
Perfect.
would you like me to turn the extraction on for you, sir?
Yeah, turn the extractor on while I sand this a little bit there.
Thank you,
Time to
sir.
call the cleaners in again.
Thank you, sir.
Nah,
Thank
we're
you.
all right for everything else. The cleaners will be too inebriated now, I think.
Larry Nixon would like to know if your new lathe is bolted to the floor.
No,
No.
No,
Well,
it's
a
that heavy,
lace-
Larry. It doesn't need to be.
yeah, laced, really. This is according to Robert Robertson. Unless you've got something like he's got, like a 24-foot lathe or a 40-foot lathe, You shouldn't need bolted to the floor. It has to have some amount of play in it.
It's a safety thing.
It's a safety thing. If it's bolted rigid, something will break. So if it can move, you're not stressing the bed so much or stressing the legs. So
Or
it
the
gets a bit,
bearings.
and then you turn the speed down, or the bearings, shafts. If it's bolted to the floor, the vibrations could kill it.
That's from real simple things.
So best not to bolt them down. A little
Good evening.
additional weight sometimes in the legs is good, or on a shelf underneath, just to give them a little bit more ballast, but not too much. Don't go mad with that, guys. Not a good plan.
Just for Baz, who's come in, Brian
Baz?
has a new toy. He
Hi,
has a
Baz.
brand new lathe.
I splashed out and bought the Axminster's 508.
He couldn't take a stick with Terry and I were giving him anymore.
No,
all our
he did break, I must admit. I thought he'd gone
Terry,
a bit
I've been
longer,
saying, Terry, I've been saying to Brian for weeks that you were going to be distraught because you weren't going to be able to figure out what to do anymore about taking the mickey.
They only bludgeoned me half to death to get it. It's all right. I'll
Well, I'll
get
think
my
of something.
paper there, Mark. It's all right.
Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry.
All right, that's all right. I'll get it. It's all right. You know, just use
Sorry.
that there. It'll be fine.
Please don't beat me anymore, Massa.
The work, Mark, the work might turn better when he gets it
Holy
on an SK114 chuck. But you know,
That's true.
and we got one.
Oh,
yesterday.
it's purposely on a small chuck today because of the small chucking points behind.
We could have got the O'Donnell jaws for the SK114. Of course, you could.
He's
never
on the
get those.
SC2. He's on the SC2 with this
It's
piece.
on the SC2, guys. So it's a 2.5-inch chuck, and it's holding up really well. I have nothing against record power stuff, guys. It's actually very good quality, well-made stuff.
It is. Ian in the shed's in. Larry's asking a question. Larry says, "Would you show the bottom of the bowl when you move it?"
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we
will.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I turn it, I'll show you. I'll have to change it to remount it into the middle anyway, and then I'll show you.
Woodwood Learner is offering to swap your old lathe for the Parkside lathe, and he won't charge you
yeah.
the extra either.
Ah, gee, thanks very much. That's the kindest offer I've had today. But I'll have to decline.
You're right, Joe. How you feeling, darling?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you.
Joe's got a bad tooth, people. Poor old Joe went to the dentist today. It's a long trip from where she lives. And on her journey to there was an accident, so she had to wait in a queue. She missed her appointment. She had to come back. So she's still got a bad toothache. Still got the tooth, mind, but
Everybody wish Joe get better soon.
yeah. And she's
Yeah,
on
I just thought
Cocodamo,
that's
so if
the-
she falls asleep, it's not her fault this time.
Can I come off the top of the list now, please, Joe?
No.
All right. Then.
Yeah. Can I push
Thanks,
240?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Here you go, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Here you go, sir.
You may have given me a new piece, but never mind.
You don't need to use piece. Use that piece. She told.
Who told you to say that? Was that Michelle told you to say that?
Yeah, you bought a new lathe. You can't afford to be wasting sandpaper now.
I can't afford sandpaper now. I'll have to go and beg from Keith to get some more.
Beg.
I'll need to get a discount from Keith now. Can't afford sandpaper.
Adam's
can turn the
asking
ball,
you
I
if
can't
Joe's
finish it.
appointment was 2:30.
2:30.
It's all right, Brian. I'm pretty sure we found somewhere that's cheaper. Mind you.
Just a little tool mark in there.
See that, Joe Gerard saying if you put a clove beside your tooth, the pain will ease and act as an anesthetic.
But like Steve Ashland, Turners is better. Quick cure, 2 bottles of vodka. Problem will still be there, but you just won't care.
Well, yeah, there is that.
That's the one.
Ian in the shed's in. Did I say that? Did I mention Ian? Hey, good evening, Ian.
I don't know,
If I
Ian.
did-
Hi, Ian. Welcome along, buddy. I thought it was a tool mark, but okay.
Sort of.
Well, Ian's got a good deal.
Einstein said, I
That's all
bolted
right.
my lathe to the shed floor.
It's a sanding mark. It's a sanding mark where you've pressed too hard.
An ideal too.
Good idea. All the tools came off the walls when it gets a shake on.
Oh, I've got a lovely thing today, guys. We'll need to show you this. You know, for storage of chucks, guys.
Oh yeah.
Let's just grab this little camera.
You keep sanding. I'll do that.
There you go. You move that camera over there, and I'll keep this. I'll keep the sanding going. So Steve SK, our good friend Steve, is actually making chuck mounts
Chuck buddies.
or chuck buddies.
Chuck buddies.
He's made them with what do you call that thing?
3D printer.
3D printer. And I've got this set to test them just to see how good they are and how well they'll last and stuff.
That's good.
And if these are good, we're going to Steve is going to sell them.
They're threaded, are they?
Yep.
Yep, they're
Threaded.
fully threaded.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, super.
Fully threaded. Nice bit of kit. That's the SC4 chuck that Mark's taken off of that, so it's quite heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Left-handed with a hand I can't feel. But there you go.
There you go. And it'll screw back on, but you've kind of got make sure you got to get it right level because remember they're plastic threads, so you've got to get it threaded on correctly, or it could strip the thread.
Funny you should say.
Yes, go ahead, mate.
Funny you should say about Steve.
Okay.
Ben Jamin has said, Brian, you could do a good deed and give your lathe to someone who doesn't have reverse. I think there's a guy on YouTube that would be good for. Forget his name now. Spiky Hair, drop stuff. You know.
Oh, I Spiky Hair, drop stuff. Yeah. Hedgehog appears in the camera occasionally. Yeah.
Has a van, could drive to Ireland to pick it up.
What was on my Chucky? Oh, there it is.
Over there.
Found it.
Ian in the shed said, I need a 3D printer. The cost of
So,
six
who
of
want to
those
see?
from
Who want to see the back of
pay
this
for
bowl?
one.
There's the back of the bowl, guys. So basically, what I've got is the center point, and then there's a radius at 120 degrees going to the edge. I measured it out. So with the circle, so the circles will intercept in the middle. So we've got these little bowls, and you'll see there's a crossover point in the middle. So that's how you lay that out. These little things are just about 8 mil deep, because if you go much more than 8, you'll start to bottom out on your jaws, and you don't want that. So just about 8 mil, and they're actually drilled with a 40 mil. These ones are drilled with a 40 mil Forstner bit, which fits this chuck perfectly. All right, does that make sense? I forgot to take that.
Yeah.
So put that back in there. Bring up said tailstock. The only trouble with this tailstock is it's that heavy and new. It's kind of hard to move with one hand.
It'll ease up as it
Or the
breaks in.
tool rest, but it eases up. But this tailstock is enormous, guys. It's oh look, it even has a little
See?
Digital readout.
digital readout.
Make sure you turn it off. Otherwise,
Precision drilling.
Otherwise,
battery goes.
other little. Oh, you mean it doesn't have an automatic shut off?
It does.
Oh, this is a cheap old
Goes
way.
off
This
It goes after 30 seconds. Shuts off.
goes off, does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that as tight now?
I think so. You want to try it yourself?
No, I think I'll trust you this time. Just this once.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. If it falls off, it's your fault.
Tug my forelock.
We did notice that.
Just as you should do. Just that.
We did notice it was all going to be
I know my-
Mark's fault.
I know my place.
It's a little bit disturbing because when you first start to turn the speed dial, it doesn't actually kick in until it gets to about 40 revs. And you think, oh, have I turned that too far? And then it suddenly just comes into life. So it goes from 0, this is on the middle belt. And I'm not turning it up as fast as it'll go because this thing will definitely fly off of here. I don't know what it goes up to. Tell me on there. 2,300 revs.
32.
Wow.
2332.
So I'm trying to get this back up to about 400, that's close enough.
3,730
Just
on
do
the
the same thing
top
again
belt.
now, guys. Repeat the process for the third time. Now, because I can't
suppose
get this angled in correctly, I'm just trying to use the point to get in there.
I suppose if you measured it, Brian, you know, and with the mathematics on the back, you could, in a smaller chucking point, you could probably put 12, maybe more.
Well, I've already done one with this. The one I did already. There's a video on my channel, which has 7 chucking points.
Right.
And if you did it, the issue you've got with doing it bigger is you've got more sticking, you've got more off center.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
much bigger than about 12 inches gets a bit.
You've got to think about the swing then as well, because it's offset.
Yeah.
The swing is huge.
Yeah. And you also get smaller bowls as a result, so there's a balance somewhere.
You do.
Yeah. 6 is about the most, I think you're looking at.
Yeah. 3 or 4 is a sensible kind of thing for something you're going to use. I did the 7 just as a challenge to see could I.
Yeah.
That was all. The other thing, Mark and I have got a little project, haven't we, Mark?
Yeah.
That we're going to do some little. I can't tell you too much; it's a bit of a secret.
Okay.
But
We'll be surprised.
You will be enlightened in the fullness of time, and we hope you like it.
That's mean. That's mean.
What's you?
Telling us telling us you're going to do something and then don't tell us. That is mean.
No,
It's called teasing.
Yeah, it's what they call in the television industry a teaser.
See if you can get that up to 400 now.
But it will involve off-centre turning.
400 now.
Oh, 400 now. I can turn this up a wee bit. I'm being told by my glamorous assistant.
Turn it up till it wobbles and then pull
There
it
you go.
back.
470. That's fine.
We're up to 470 now. Of course,
That's a bit of cut.
speed helps, of course, because you can get better cut with. You've got a bit more speed.
Steve from SK Tracks is in.
Good evening,
Hello,
Stephen.
Steve. How you
Hello,
doing, buddy?
Steve.
Oh, Steve. Look what.
Thanks for joining this mad crowd.
Uh,
Open your eyes and watch this, Stephen.
Have you switched the
Press the
camera yet?
button. Oh,
Look what Brian's got.
oh, Stephen.
Ooh.
It's only the 508.
It's only the Axminster 508, Steve.
I don't need to do that.
I'll be buying a Land Rover next, Steve. No.
Steve, we just did a massive plug for your chuck buddies, chuck holders. If you
Yeah.
can see, just here. So far, mate, they're looking brilliant.
They are brilliant. I installed them in about 10 minutes there.
Yeah,
They
they did.
held on by 4 screws, and I put 20mm screws on because they're on a 19mm bit of. They're actually on MDF there, and they're holding up perfectly well. It's really good, actually.
Careful.
That was a little kickback there, guys. So I've just lost the edge of that. I was concentrating. I just kicked me back a wee bit. I'm getting to near that place where I was on my last cut, and I'll have to remove the tailstock again. I actually should have taken it away before I did that cut.
Steve, I'll have 6 of those. If you can print me a bit of wool to put them on as well, that'd be great.
Print him a wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
Print me a workshop extension.
Print a workshop extension, yeah. It only has to be 8 foot by 4 feet. It's okay. It's just a small extension. So again, I've taken away this central pillar, and I'll take away as much as I can with tailstock support there. And as I get to the bottom of the column, the gouge is currently at about 11 o'clock, between 10 and 11 o'clock. And as I get down to the bottom, I'm going to rotate my right hand anti-clockwise and close the flute right down to 9 o'clock. so as we don't catch the bottom wing. So the bottom wing can do a little shear scrape on the bottom. So we can remove that now.
Right.
Chair de France, did you, Steve? What did it say? Chair de France, Steve, did you hear the news?
Brian's decided to give you his old lay that you don't have reverse.
You're very good, Jared. I like the way you're giving my stuff away. I think someone in the chat suggested that Steve might need one. What's wrong?
No, just looking. I'm just curious.
What?
Well, because I'm not getting to see what everyone else sees. I'm only seeing it from the back.
Well, you can look. You can stand over here and see you.
Yeah, I don't want to stand over there.
Just look at the picture on the screen, man. It's up there. You're not paying attention to me anyway. That's for sure. You had to ask for sandpaper, for goodness sake.
Now, boys, play nicely.
Yeah, we do.
That's true. Terry Bartlett's just made a good point. It's about time us two had a coffee and a ripple.
That's a really good point, actually.
You don't actually think they're still watching, do you?
They are
That
still
was a
watching.
minute ago.
Very neglectful. Cup of tea would be nice, actually, wouldn't it? You take coffee, don't you, Mark? White with
Coffee.
sugar, white with sugar,
White.
another bit, man.
I'm sure.
Coffee, white with sugar, and I take black tea.
Benjamin, Brad, did you, Brian? What did you, Brian and Mark, set up the lathe themselves, or did they get help from some younger, fitter, stronger, less old lads from a younger generation? Yes.
I have a son who's 28 and built like the proverbial brick outhouse.
Yeah.
He managed to lift this headstock by himself and stick it on the end of this lathe. I basically could roll it over. I couldn't have lifted it. And he just lifted it.
So Michelle says, Terry, no way, we're drinking. Fine.
Oh, okay.
Right, this live's finished,
Nice
guys.
try.
We're away for a pint.
Tell you what, I could go and put the kettle on, couldn't I?
You could indeed, Mark. You nip over there and put the kettle on.
Back in a second, people.
If they so-and-so's won't do it for us. It's okay. We understand where we're bread buttered. So, Mark's away. I'm abandoned now, guys. So I'm left to my own devices,
Get on to
unsupervised
some
in the
proper
workshop.
turning now then.
God knows what's going to happen now. I'll have to make this one just a tiny bit bigger because I got that little sort of skate back earlier. I hope it will not affect it too much. So as is always when you're doing off-centre turning, got to make sure you keep your fingers behind the tool rest, guys. It'll be a bit serious if you get your fingers caught in there. So that's kind of just a little shear scrape effect in there. You could, if you wanted to, use a scraper in here just to finish this off.
I wouldn't.
But I'm going to try and get as good a cut as I can with this gouge. And then sand it. So a nice fine cut. Tiny little wispy shavings coming off like just like little pigtails. All the way across to the middle if I can. So I'm just having to let the tool slide forward in my hand. And there we go. That should do. So a quick look at that. I keep hitting the wrong
They're
button.
saying, quick, Brian, put another piece of wood on the lathe to confuse Mark.
Right, I've got a little ridge in just in here. So I'm
Kicked
going to have
out
to
again.
do one more cut.
Joe's been kicked out.
Oh, she's not.
Yeah.
Let me find the mouse and bring her back in again. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, she's not there. She's kicked out completely. She's not in the. So her iPad maybe died or something. So just
She
a
said
little.
she'll stay in the chat.
All right, Joe. Thank you. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Bit more speed. 350, 390, 407. I was at 470 before, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So just a little ridge, just about there somewhere. So I'll just try and remove that without taking anything else off if I can. Particularly my fingers.
Andy says, Woodwork Learner says,
That you do.
quick, Brian, put another piece on the lathe.
Yeah.
Confuse Mark.
Confuse Mark. Yeah, if I had another piece handy, I would do that just exact thing. But I should put the spindle back on. So let's quickly go to some 80 grit and just give that a quick blast. I'll put the extractor on myself. It's fine.
Oh, gutted. Got to work.
See, it's how my lazy assistants bugger off to make tea. Oh, look at that. Oh, aye. Yeah. What's going on here?
Yeah.
The lazy
Beer for
assistant
Mark.
has brought beer for Mark and tea for me.
Brian.
That's right, Mark's
You're
on
turning.
Well, I'm not turning anymore, so.
I take it there'll be no more turning for Mark tonight then.
No.
Oh, and I got an aero wobble as well. Isn't it good to have an
Cheers,
assistant?
everyone.
Mark Ballantyne says you're not going fast enough, Brian. You should put it up to 3,000 RPM.
Good plan. Cunning and devious, not happening. That sounds like a Baldric plan to me.
Quick, Brian, put another piece on the lathe to confuse Mark. Yeah, it wouldn't take a lot.
Well, this is true, but I didn't want to upset you by saying that. It's okay, I'll get my own sandpaper. It's all right, you said
That's all right then. That's all right then. Good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll get that next piece for you.
You just can't get the stuff anymore, can you? 240, that's exactly what I need there. You're right. I'll have to disguise this little catch that I got in the middle here.
Oh, did you get a catch while I was away?
No. It was a little skate bike, it wasn't a catch.
Oh, that's it.
That'll do.
Well, I did get to use two tools this weekend that I hadn't used before, which I like.
Jar?
The 10mm bead-in parting tool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
nice.
That's really nice. Yeah, nice one.
Nice.
That comes in the record power starter set if you like.
And that one, the Record Power 3/8 bow gouge with a deep V.
Oh, you
I
like
don't
that,
much-
do you?
I don't
Yeah,
much like that tool.
Yeah,
I'm not
Actually,
fond of the V flute.
No, I got a
No,
Freckled
neither
Pearl
of my,
V one
neither of my
inch, and
feet don't like it at all, to be truthful.
it's a bit catchy.
I
Yeah,
don't
particularly for the beginner.
Hmm.
I tried it a couple of times, it just scared the life out of me. It's a bit like the SKU when I first tried it.
It's just a point there from Terry Bartlett. He's saying, Mark, your sticker is not.
She's away, she's spell out. And she's just going to stay in the chat.
okay.
I should do. Just try and get that little. So I'm just trying to blend the joints in here, guys. The little joint between the two pieces. Just try to get that so it's kind of not sharp, because it currently is quite sharp. But I'll take a little bit of sandpaper to that at the end and just round it off a little bit.
Terry Bartlett, Mark, your sticker's not on the new lathe. Yeah, I know. And even though I knew he had a new lathe, I still forgot to bring a sticker.
I did ask him for a sticker last week before he left, and he said,
Best
"Yeah,
of
I'll bring you
rations.
one. Yeah,
Best of
yes,
rations.
definitely, I'll bring you one." A bit like the, it's a bit like the bottle of Lovies that he still has that I haven't got yet.
Yes, Ben. What he also doesn't know is while he wasn't looking, I've hidden 2 handfuls of shavings somewhere. It's going to take him ages to find them.
When he counts
Now
the
he knows
shavings
about
up, you'll notice they're missing them.
Yeah, but now he knows about them. It's going to drive him insane.
No, he's not. I live in a happy place. I don't get wound up by things like that. I live in a happy
Shavings.
place.
Unhoovered
What I would be
shavings.
inclined to do there, Brian, I'm not suggesting you should do it, but
What's
I'd be
happening?
inclined to put it on the centre
Hmm.
and then turn a shallow dish from the edge down to the bottom of those joining pieces.
Yeah.
Yes, you do,
Yeah.
Steve.
No, from the edge all the
No.
way.
Put it in the middle.
Yes, Steve, I do, mate. Oh, wait a minute, Steve. Hold on. Uh, no, Steve, it's okay. I've got one of your stickers. You sent me
Oh,
enough,
yeah.
buddy, because Mark sent me one sticker, the miserable so-and-so. No, he sent me two.
I
Miserable.
sent you too.
He did. That's not a sticker.
That's a card.
Your other sticker's on that door there, on the sticker wall.
door.
Look.
You wasted it on the
So
door.
I've got a sticker, Steve, which will take pride of place, buddy.
Well, as soon as you
No,
got
what-
it first, it should go right slap bang in the middle, really.
Oh, no, mine's just going there now. Come on now, guys. This is where mine's just going.
You shouldn't have one on there.
Why? Why?
Well,
I
we
do.
know who you are.
Oh, everybody knows who I am now, aye. Right,
Yeah,
so...
let's-
So you get
what-
one from Mark. Probably
That's,
you'll get one from Mark at the same time as you get your depth
I need
gauge.
to...
Oh, Pete. I knew you were going to do that.
If you mount that on the
Rotten sod.
center, Brian. If you mount that on the center, you can turn that away.
I could turn it away,
And the
but I don't
sharp
want to turn
edges.
it away. I'm just
Alright.
going... No, I don't want to turn it away. I want to leave that, because that's the definition between the both.
Katie's just come in, Cornish maid. Katie, look what Brian's
Hello,
got.
Katie.
I'm just going to... all I'm going to do is just sand it back a bit and get rid of the little nub that's in there. That's all I'm going to do with that. I want to leave
Brian's got a new toy.
it. The new Axminster 508. Woo. So now, I need to put it back in the centre and turn the outside edge.
I'll turn the extractor off for you, shall I?
That's a good idea.
Shall I just do that? Okay.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, that's very kind of you.
God, it's forever. Just so demanding. He is.
Well, you do something for your existence. Take the chucky out.
Cut your grass. What do you want?
No, you didn't. You didn't cut the grass at all. Kim cut the grass.
Tractor
You just
around.
you just made a mess of the grass. It's going to take me twice as long to fix it with a big tractor. At least Kim only made one stripe in the wrong place. So I can mount
Not
it
that
on
you
the
got
centre of this
OCD, Brian. One stripe in the wrong place.
Yeah, but the stripes go up and down the field normally.
Hang on. There's
kind
something
of-
important here.
Hang on, something important. Hang on, important.
Important
Go on, Pete.
news from Katie. She got engaged to Chris.
Ah,
Hey,
well done.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Katie. Well
Congratulations to the
done,
pair of you.
Katie.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, both of you.
Excellent. Good job. The romance is not dead then.
Did you use the tailstock to squeeze that up like we did earlier?
Yes, boss.
Good.
Look, boss. No, boss.
No, boss, you didn't, boss.
I didn't push it up hard enough, obviously.
No, you didn't.
I'm getting told off now, guys. Getting told off.
Well, I'm going to do the job proper. Do it proper.
Squeeze it up.
Squeeze it up. Can't squeeze it up anymore. Oh, that's not right. What's happening there?
Come here, come here.
This one again.
Give us a chucky.
It's not in the chuck.
It's because you were tightening the chuck up and not
Yeah.
loose.
I have to loosen the chuck.
Tighten it up.
It's the same on most lathes, Brian.
Shut up, Terry. Terry.
It's not the new lathe, Brian. It's operator error.
As always. Oh, what is it? Right. So now, it's on the outside. So I'm leaving this edge alone. I'm just going to start to take this corner off. This may go backwards. That's what you normally think it should go. Normally you would cut from the inside to the outside when you turn the outside of a bow, but that's going to be difficult.
Cut downwards. Let's put a shear cut coming back up.
Where are you going to go?
I'm going to go
where-
here
where-
first. I'm just going to take this corner off.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm just going to turn this corner off. That's only 460. I can go faster than that. Ooh, it's away now. It's flying. Yeah, change hands. So I'll just change up to a bigger bowl, guys. Up to a 1/2 inch bowl, guys. Which is freshly sharpened. We
By
got
me.
the overhead there. Go the overhead. By Mark, I have to say, he decided that he was going to sharpen the chisels today.
Oh, they look sharp.
Actually, he showed me how to sharpen it because I was actually, this one was developing a little bird's beak in it.
Mm.
So Mark kind of helped me with that and sorted out a little bit.
Do you sharpen it in straight lines?
Yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Better than grass cutting then.
Well, he sharpened the wings in straight lines and then went all skew whiff around the point.
I did. Okay, no, it didn't.
Yeah, no, I couldn't let you get away with it and say it was perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What do you want, miracles? That camera in the wrong place now.
When Katie's late in for the next few months, we're going to get practice wedding cakes instead of just ordinary ones.
Yeah.
Is that better, folks?
That's better.
Now, if you wanted to, you could extend that tripod and set it right there.
That good.
And we'll see you let it glitch. Another issue with the record power blade was that it caused some of the cameras to glitch because of the noise suppression on it. It didn't really work so well.
Sounds like you're on a camera mic, by the way, Brian.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Unless Mark's changed something. But
I haven't touched it.
Might be getting a slight echo through Mark's mic as well.
Could be.
so I know that I know, guys, that this is we're cutting this in the wrong direction. I totally understand that. But I'm trying to keep the handle nice and low so we get a good shear cut. Getting a little bit of knock in there. All right.
Yeah.
I'll just stop that for a second. I'm going to turn this tool rest around a bit and bring it a bit further in. Because I want to try and do a little scrape come this way now. Give that a spin, make sure it's okay, make sure that's locked down correctly. Spin that back up again. So I'm going to go come from the inside now. And just pull that. It's like a pull cut. Just to try and put a bit of shape into this. It's going to be a very simple shape. But the interest of this bowl is merely the inside. Better. Whoops. It's all gone very quiet in my ears.
Yeah, you might want to turn your tool rest as you get further up the bowl.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn it now, so I'm going to come around this way, because that's good there now. And I'm at the bottom of that mortise, the bottom of that mortise, and the bottom of that mortise. So that will be finished when I reverse mount the bowl. So I'll just bring this tool rest around here.
Keith Jarvis got to go. All right, Keith. Thanks for stopping.
Bye, Keith. Thanks for coming in, buddy. And we'll just continue this little shear scrape, and bring it round and just feather that together. And again, we'll move this round so we can come right to the edge of the bowl now. It's actually not too bad, Mark.
Nigel Foster's asking if you were to sell that bull, how much would you sell it for?
This bull, properly finished, this bull would be somewhere between £50 and £60.
Okay.
Now it's not going to be properly finished tonight because this is just a live demo of the off-centre turning is what I was trying to show you. So it will be partially finished. But what I may do is just leave the chucking point on the bottom and completely finish it tomorrow when I've got more time to spend on the finish. Or the next day. And then I'll publish some pictures.
Tonight's been sort of just messing about and just showing off the new lathe and having a laugh.
The answer, Katie, is yes. It's the same lathe as Mark's got and the same lathe as I got.
It is. It doesn't have make shavings. It's great. So now I've got to have to sand this now. I'm going to have to reposition this.
Put the camera somewhere permanent.
Yeah, stick the camera over there now, out the way. Just have a quick drink of my tea, guys, because I'm getting a bit parched.
Doug Miller wants to know the size of it. You talking about the size of the bowl or the size of the lathe, Doug?
The bowl is
8 inches.
8.5.
Okay, 8.5. It hasn't moved any then. I haven't taken anything off the outside.
By 3.
3 inches. And the little depressions are about 2.5 inches. These little depressions from the rim. Oh, look at that. That's not good. A little bit tear out just there where the end grains start to show. I think we'll be able to sand that away. Sanding. Simon Hope.
Use the thumb look, yeah. I'll turn the extractor on for you, boss.
Oh, good. No, gee, thanks. You're too good today, Mark.
I got it. Getting it.
You're on your game today, boy.
You're learning.
Sandpaper's ready for the next grid.
So we'll just
120, 240.
Turn the left about 500. 600 maybe. 600. Well, that's a bit fast. That's about 660. And we'll just quickly sand this.
Mark Valentine wants to know what size chuck it is.
That's the C2, which is a 2.5 inch chuck.
The closed, the jaws are 40mm. So it's a 40mm tenon that's on the bottom of this. No white knuckles today.
Mortise.
Sorry, the mortise on the bottom is 40mm. So that same fully closed basically is 40mm.
He's leaving it like it is, Jason. He's not going to hollow the middle out.
No, the middle doesn't get hollowed out. That's it. It's like a little dip bowl, or not dip bowl, but nibbles bowl. Let's call it that, for like nuts and raisins, or you could put grapes or whatever you like in. I don't know.
Larry Nixon's having to go. See you later, Larry. Thank you for popping in.
Thanks for coming in, mate. Appreciate that. Ooh, that's interesting. So there was a little bit of tear out just on this edge. Do a little bit extra work on that. But there's no pressure on my hand at all. I'm just letting the sandpaper do the work.
Good.
That makes a change, of course, because that's normally what I get told off for. Whoops. Better hold on to it though. Don't let it go. There we go, guys. Let's have a look at that. Did I get rid of that little bit of tear out? Just there. I'll just stay with 80 grit for a second longer.
Sanding line there as well.
Power line. Can I power sand that? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be better to power sand.
Yeah, come on,
might be quicker just to quickly power sand that. But I'll give it a quick go with this 80 grit again. Got a little bit more pressure on it and see what happens.
Mark, the SC2 was applied by Record Power as an apology for the problem they had.
Let's try it again.
It is the smallest in the range, and it does come in handy for certain jobs.
It's a good little chuck for small mortises and small work. That 120 you're using.
Tom Tango Parker's just joined. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
That's it now.
And then
What
just
grit was that? What grit was that? 120.
yeah.
So we've got, I'll polish the outside here for you guys. I'll do a bit of Yorkshire grit and we'll polish the outside. The inside I'm just going to oil.
Yeah, be a job Yorkshire grit in that.
Teamwork.
Hold on. Press up.
What you gonna
Roger
do?
Mills has said, good to have a resident engineer, Brian.
Isn't it?
What he doesn't realise is that when you buy an Access 508, you get a free mark every time.
You do. You get a free mark.
A free mark comes with it. I couldn't get him out of my workshop when he knew I had one. Took him weeks to leave. No, Jason. Joe said she'll stay out into the chat. She keeps getting dropped out for some reason. So
Yeah,
Pete probably sing.
No, we'll just let Joe singing quietly in the background.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll sing.
No, let Joe do it.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
Joe
Joe
do it.
sing.
We'll rather listen to Joe.
That's all gone now.
You happy with that now? I
We
get
can
back
just
to work now.
imagine we got Joe singing in our ears.
I'm getting back to work now.
Zed
Just for
Zen Zombie
anybody-
Returner.
Right,
Hi, Zed.
just for the safety police, I was only sanding, and I've only had half a glass of cider. No tools in my hand, apart from a sander.
In case the health and safety police are out there.
Yeah, I think you passed the breathalyzer on that.
Do not drink and operate machinery.
Well, not at the same time because you'll spill it.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll spell it, yeah. There we go. I'm happy with that.
Well, I rather carelessly came out without any beer tonight, so
Right, so I'll
Same here. I forgot.
standing sealer.
to make up for
Yorkshire
it,
grit
back in.
and arms machine. Where are you going now?
Yeah, better so.
Yorkshire grit, take it out. Why not? Grab a cup piece of paper. Right.
Just being picky with it, that's all.
He's being picky. Oh, better give that a wee shake. I should really colour this bowl or something because it's pretty plain timber. But we'll not. We'll just polish it for today.
Put
See
it
what it's
in,
like. Yeah, a bit late. Well, I could always sand this back off again.
Yeah.
Realistically, all I'm trying to do is do this bit because I'll have to turn the bottom bit off yet.
Which bowl did I sand? I sanded the one in the middle
The
of
biggest
the three. The one in the middle of the three that I could see.
Yeah.
Turn your extractor off now, shall I, boss?
You can,
Oh, okay, good.
just makes a bit of noise. And the extractor's in next door too, so.
Jason
Right.
said he's named his
This
dust
is-
extractor Brian.
Oh, thanks. Why?
Because it cleans out the workshop.
Because it cleans up the workshop. Yeah. Hope you've got a label. Hope you've got a label on it then. Oh my God! What's going on
Mark
here?
domesticated. Mark being domesticated. Well, we did have the cleaner. For those that joined late or later, we did have the cleaners came in halfway through and cleaned up. They tried to, but didn't quite do it. Now they're in drinking.
Right, what I might do is just because I have some shavings on the ground, I might just burnish this with a little bit of shaving.
And you're going to spoil your lathe bed that Mark's just hoovered now. Look.
I know why Mike's doing that, because he just wants to get in quicker. Get away.
This is what he was doing to me yesterday.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did to him yesterday, yeah. So I keep wanting to turn this, and I've got a big handle over here to turn it with now.
And you can lock
Nice
the
bit of Yorkshire
screws,
grip,
Brian.
so just rub this in. I think we all know how to use Yorkshire grip by now.
Yep.
Anybody who doesn't know, put their hand up and I'll tell them. And if you really start...
Oh my, Mark is full of surprises. First the UCA has finished, now he is hoovering.
Yep. That's what you get when you come over here for a couple of days. You get to learn how to hoover.
Yeah, you got
So that's a nice coat of Yorkshire grit on there. Put the product saver back on it. Lathe it for about... I can turn the lathe down to 400 now. Oh, this is good. Because my last lathe didn't go at 400, it only went to 500.
Turn it down to 60 if you want, or 40.
It goes to
300 will
40,
do.
yeah. And around 300, so it's 378 there. And we'll just give us a quick 3 minutes of Yorkshire grit, basically. Till you feel the grit stopping to work.
Then
It feels
suggesting
very...
don't drink and turn, but pizza and turning is fine and thoroughly recommended. To which
Pizza
Zed has
turning,
replied, pepperoni grease is an excellent finish for a wooden bowl.
Pepperoni
Very good.
grease.
What do you like?
Hi, Zed. How you doing, buddy?
Zed in? Hi, Zed. How you doing, buddy?
As you can see, Zed, Brian's got a new toy.
You toy, Zed.
New lathe.
Don't worry. You moved the camera, so good now.
Yeah.
Aye, well, you can see most of it, look. Got a new tie. I'm mightily impressed with it, I have to say. This is my first real turn, so...
Brian, are you standing on a box there?
No,
like
my
it.
name's not Terry.
It looks like it. I
This-
reckon you're a bit of a hobbit.
This is actually a piece of horse mat that I'm standing on. It's 1 inch thick.
So it's thicker than mine, then mine's only ½ inch thick, my man.
Yeah, I know, but that's because you're a hobbit.
Yeah, you are.
You're not mixing the holes you dug to get your legs down into
You need
the
to
floor.
stand next to Mark in a minute just so we can see whether you are a hobbit and just pretending not to be using a wide angle lens.
John from New
Yes,
Jersey saying he
yeah.
said, guess I caught the end. Hi, John. Yeah, you did catch the end.
There you go.
There.
I'm
That's,
considerably taller.
yeah, you are, Mark. If you stand in front of me, we won't
back
see
the
him.
right camera there, Mark. We.
Stand in front of me, we won't see him.
Thanks, Zobby or Zed. I appreciate it, mate. It is a nice rig. It was an expensive rig, but my good lady wife lent me half the money, so I managed to buy it okay.
Oh, mine bought me mine.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not rich like you, Danny.
No, mine. That's
I'm
why
a
she
poor.
bought it.
I'm a poor pensioner.
Yeah, but
Unlike
Terry's
you-
got a rich
unlike-
wife.
Unlike you, rich pensioners with
Oh.
wives that work full time.
Well, she don't work full time, part time, but she's very thoughtful.
She's very, very thoughtful. Yeah, she is indeed.
You can turn the speed up on that now.
That's what I'm doing. Oh, I'm getting a hurry up now. Mark's obviously desperate for another drink now, guys.
Has he run out
It's
already?
It's 20 minutes to
Right
10. What
already,
am I
yeah.
doing? That's nearly 2 hours I've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is anybody desperate to see the inside of this bowl or see this bowl completely finished? I don't think so.
No.
No.
It's not going to be completely finished tonight. I'm going to leave that tanning on so as I can finish it properly tomorrow, guys.
You could always do it on Thursday.
I could always finish it on Thursday. That's absolutely right.
You could, Brian.
I might actually just do that. Because I'm sure I'm just going to do this quickly with the lathe running. A little bit of Hampshire sheen. A little bit of pressure on it just to get it set on there. And now just buff it gently. You could stop it and rub it on.
Put the
Looking
speed up
nice.
to about 1,000.
Yeah, get in nice and warm.
Oh, I'm afraid to put the speed up to 1,000. There we go. Oh, look at that. That was a good guess. 1,007.
Yeah.
It's funny how you get to know there's no real indication on the knob where your speed is or what speed it's going to be.
Jason's also said.
Very quickly get the feel of it.
Jason's also said that you could finish it on Turning with Terry occasionally on Monday.
Oh, that's true, because I'm covering
That's
for Terry and I forgot about that. I'm turning. Jeez.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
Oh, I might do that. Right, let's have a look at that.
Don't forget, everybody, that the Virtual Crafty Festival is on Saturday, and Brian is on it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And it won't be finishing
Closely followed by Steve from SK Crafts, who's on 4 o'clock. As there are lots of other crafts people on from 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock in the morning. Our
Casey's
time.
got to go. She's teaching tomorrow.
So just run this out.
Bye, Katie.
Yes, Katie. Congratulations again.
Lewis, a Klondike Craftsman's just joined. Hello, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis.
Hi,
How you doing, buddy?
Oh. Look,
What Brian's got, Lewis.
Look
Look
what
what
Brian's
Brian's got. Get back, Brian.
Brian's got a new lathe.
Brian's got a
Same
lathe.
one as mine and Terry's.
Like, honest to God, what he's like. The abuse I've suffered for the last 6 months, guys, over having a different lathe has been ridiculous. That's all I can say. Now I need to do something with that there, Mark. I need to turn that off.
Just turn a small dish in the center.
Turn it off when you finish it.
I'll do it when I'm finishing. I'll do it when I'm finishing. I'll take it off like you see it, guys, just so you can see. But I'm going to finish this next Monday on Terry's Live. So we'll be turning off.
Chucky. Good man.
That's fine. I got my assistant to take it off that time. So basically what we'll do is we'll remount it and we'll turn a tiny little dish in the middle here just to take this. Oh, that's kind of fuzzy.
That's it. It's come up now.
Oh, somebody moved my camera. That's what's wrong, guys. Somebody. So this little bit with the center point will have to be turned away. So we'll just make a tiny little dish in there, take that away. And then on the other side, we're going to mount this on button jaws, cold jaws. And then turn away the base. Make sure it's nice and flat, a little concave, and then properly finish the inside.
Woodwork Learner says, Brian, do you really believe the abuse will stop? No, we won't.
Of course it won't stop.
Yeah, probably
No,
not.
stop.
It's worth a try, you know. It's worth a try.
Have you got an SK114, Chuck?
Shut up, Terry.
Right? Oh, you haven't, sorry.
Shut up, Terry.
Okay.
So there you go, guys. That's a little bow we've turned this evening.
Very nice.
I really just wanted to show you the off-center turning portion of it. So let's just have a quick look at the back.
1 o'clock,
In
Nigel.
the middle. And then we've got these set at 120 degrees from each. 120, 120, 120 is 360. It's a little smiley face there, look. Just like me. Little smiley face.
Nigel's
So
asking.
That's how you turn that, guys.
Nigel's asking what time next week will be on Turning with Terry, but it won't be.
Turning with Terry at 1 o'clock.
At lunchtime.
Monday lunchtime. So
Monday
lunchtime live. Occasionally turning with Terry, who's occasionally not there this week. So I'm covering for him. Or next week, sorry. And so the rest of this week we have. Let's bring the airworms back in first.
Can we put Lewis's
Yes,
LinkedIn?
if you've got it there, just I can.
Loaded his he's just put his premiere up.
Lewis has got a
spanner. He can do it
Lewis has got a spanner, he can put it in.
Oh yeah, you can put it in, Lewis.
Stick it in, Lewis. Save me having to go looking for it, buddy. So let's bring everybody back in again. Joe's not there. So we've got Pete. We've got Mark, who's busy on his phone chatting to somebody. There's Lewis's link in there. Thanks, Lewis, for putting that in. I have no premiere tonight, you'll be pleased to hear, because it should be on now.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to be a bit longer, guys. Sorry to have kept you for nearly 2 hours, but I was a bit excited.
Brian, Bearded Woodworker, is asking what your lathe is.
The lathe is an Axminster 508. and it comes complete with basically everything. You don't have to buy anything else.
Except any chucks you might want to buy.
Except chucks, obviously. But it's a super big, heavyweight lathe. Nice big tail extension, nice big bed extension on it. You can actually put a bed extension on the other end if you want to make it even longer. You can buy
on the front.
one. And you can put one off the center here for doing off center for over the bed turning or off the bed turning. So you get everything you need to get going except for a chuck.
And you can drop the extension down onto the legs, so you can turn a meter.
You can, yeah. You can.
Diameter.
It's a huge beastie of a lathe, and it's really well made, and I'm really happy with it. I'll give you a proper update in 6 months' time once I've played with it for a while.
Yeah.
Andy,
Lovely.
Andy and Keith are on tomorrow, guys, doing a mushroom challenge. I think they're doing it. I think they did one sort of similar thing before, where they're turning the mushrooms kind of beside each other, basically.
We established earlier it's going to be on Keith's channel, so
there you go.
Circular Wood by Keith's channel tomorrow lunchtime.
And we'll get that in. So that's what day is tomorrow?
And at 8 p.m.
Tuesday.
Tomorrow's Tuesday. Don't know who else is on Tuesday. Wednesday is Wayne the Woodturner in the evening. And then Thursday, I will be on Thursday. Is it me?
Yeah, Thursday lunchtime.
It ain't me, because I'm going to be walking around Belfast.
Oh, that's right. He's on holiday. He can't do it. So it'll probably be me. I'll be on Thursday lunchtime. And then
I won't be around Thursday, so I
that's
can't
all
deal
right.
with Thursday.
Neither will I.
Yeah, it'll just be Terry.
Terry will just be here with me.
Terry's here. So I'll maybe finish this on Thursday, guys.
I might be away on holiday.
No, you won't. I'll finish this on Thursday, and then we'll do something new on Monday. And then Mark will be back on Monday night.
Yeah.
Lewis is saying before you go, Brian, just before Mark leaves, just make sure count all your smocks.
Yeah,
they're counted for.
They're all here.
They may not be.
It will be. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. It's 10 minutes to 10. Go get yourself something to drink. Put your feet up and
Just
switch on ready for Lewis at 10:30. Oh, look. What's going on here? What?
It's
There's
Posh
a bit of
Pete.
coffee going on here.
Posh Pete. Posh Pete's got a new smock.
That's a
He's
cracker,
a one,
Pete.
isn't he?
What is it? Is it mushrooms?
Mushrooms, yeah.
Yay!
It's mushroom Pete. If you spin round now, Pete, you would have turned a mushroom. You've turned a mushroom.
I've turned two mushrooms.
Pete's turned a
All
mushroom.
right, that's okay.
I sent you the picture. I've sent you the
He
video
turned
of
the
the one I
mushroom in
did.
his mushroom smock.
And I also turned another mushroom today, which is currently burning on the bonfire at the moment.
Oh,
right.
perfect. Place for it. All right, guys. Thanks very much for coming in. It's good night from him.
Hello.
Good night from Pete.
Cheers, everyone.
And good night from Terry.
Good night, everybody. Well, come
night,
back to Gardner's Road next week.